Louisiana Beer Review Special Edition Gulden Draak 9000 Quadruple Ale. Here we are around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's sunny. I wish the sun wasn't kind of behind those tree branches, but it's sunny, low humidity, breezy, about 75 degrees. They say serve this at 8 degrees Celsius. Now this beer is imported by the Global Beer Network. And okay, so Van Steenberge brought this out around 5-6 years ago. I did a review 2 years ago, so this is a revisit. At Ertveld, Belgium, imported by Win It 2 of Middleton, Massachusetts. Got this 6-pack for $17.99, so $18, $3 a bottle at Dorgnac's in Metairie, and you'll see they have the Pirate triple hop, the Pirate, Gulden Draak 9000, Gulden Draak Bornum Tripel, and Bornum Double. So a range from 10.7 down to only 7.5. Yeah, only. Attractive carton. So I said 10.5. It's 10.7% alcohol. That's pretty strong. Gets an outstanding score on Beer Advocate and Rate Beer. So not world class, but A+. In the last variety pack that I got, which was the same options as this one, when I got that 2 years ago, it had a Gulden Draak keychain and bottle opener. And there's the Gulden Draak, the Golden Dragon. I know that's like a Flemish or Dutch word down in South Africa. The Dutch, the Afrikaners, the Dutch named the Drakensberg Mountains, you know, which would be like, I guess, Dragontown Mountains. Now let's hope this doesn't explode. The label, it's really hard to open with this thing. The label, it's like, it's like a stick-on label all around the bottle. Oh man. See why I don't use this thing? Okay. Ah, it didn't blow up. The notes are going away, away, away. They use wine yeast in the secondary fermentation, so it's fermented twice. I guess that would be croissant. I know with lagers that is what they call it. They use 3 malts added in 4 times the amount of an ordinary lager. And Johnny Francione, who makes the promotional videos for the Global Beer Network, he says that's why they call it a quadruple, because it's not 4 times as strong in ABV, but it's 4 times the malts, the ingredients, which makes it a heavy beer and a high ABV beer, nearly 11%, no joke. As you can see, it's not too dark. Now there's a thick cream colored head, and the appearance is, well, we could say copper appearance, like a copper water pipe. And it's pretty clear, actually. I'm not in direct sunlight, and it's bubbly. This is not an etch bottom. Now the glass they show is a real heavy glass, Gulden Draak glass, and it's kind of concave at the top. It's not a tulip or snifter, but it's its own unusual thing. That's a spongy head. This is the closest I could get to that, because it's got a stem, whatever, but this is a highball glass from an old New Orleans cocktail lounge. All right, called the porthole. Now the last time I had this, I scored it most excellent, an 8. It's rich in the aroma. It's sweet, a little syrupy, bready malts. Not boozy, not alcoholic. You wouldn't think maybe if you smelled it that it was 10.7% alcohol. You wouldn't think it was 4.7, but it's really inviting and it's rich and it's lovely. So if you've never had these, $3 a bottle to really get deep into the ultra gourmet European ales, this is something to pick up. And it'd be a good gift. A gift box. Okay. Now in the flavor, the alcohol is quite present. You saw I took a pretty big gulp. It's like, hello. Rich, even raisiny malts, dark raisins, plum notes, plum skin, maybe a little licorice. Yeah, that's there. Alcohol like, say, brandy. But of course milder and a little easier going than brandy. You wouldn't be gulping brandy like this. The mouthfeel is low heavy, right? It's on the lower side of heavy. On the Cyclops scale and sweetness, I would imagine this is probably 4 out of 5 sugar cubes, and on bitterness it's probably 3.5 out of 5 hop cones. It's a pretty bitter beer. They must add a lot of hops to this to balance out the sweetness, or you'd gag, you know. It would be too chewy and too cloying. It's not a super dry finish, but it's predominantly dry. So it's kind of that oddity there with the sweetness and the flavor, but the dry finish. This is beer, it ain't wine, so, but you probably knew that already. All right, so it's a different, it plays out differently. Not refreshing like, you know, if I'm gonna drink water to quench my thirst later on this afternoon. Water. And one more beer tonight, probably Bud Light, when I work at Bingo. Yeah, Bud Light. Bready malts, bread crust, dark bread, but not black bread. You know, like just like a good high quality whole wheat brown bread. There's probably a little candy sugar in this. I'm presuming that is the case. I know that's a common thing with Belgian beers. I don't need to go on and on about it. It's just fantastic. I said A the first time. I'm going to jump it up to an A-. I mean, I drank a little bit to an A+. I would not recommend drinking. You could probably drink one and drive and everything would be okay. You know, you're not going to fail a breath test, but unless you're a lady, you know, like a small framed lady, this could be a problem. But absolutely do not drink this and then chase it with something else and then go operate a vehicle. That is just asking for endless problems for yourself. It's a good stay-at-home beer, I would think. So, laissez-les bon temps roulé. Fabulous item. A+, outstanding. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans.